Seven Wonders is a card drafting game that takes place over 3 ages. The game has 3 decks of cards labeled 1, 2, and 3. Age 1 uses deck 1, Age 2 uses deck 2, and Age 3 uses deck 3. All 3 ages are played similarly. Each age has 6 turns for you to develop your city and build your wonder, accumulating victory points along the way. At the end of Age 3, everyone counts their victory points and the player with the most points wins. Game pieces include a playmat, symbols book, scorecards, wonder boards, coins, conflict tokens, and cards. New players should use a playmat. It shows you where to put your wonder board, coins, conflict tokens, and cards as you play. All of the cards and wonder boards have different symbols on them that are used during gameplay. The symbols book is an easy reference sheet for what these symbols mean. It's divided into sections for ease of use. At the end of the game, the scorecard helps you tally up your victory points and determine a winner. Wonder cards are used to help you determine your wonder. There are 7 unique wonder boards. These boards are double-sided and give you 2 ways to play. The upper left corner depicts the resource your wonder produces. The bottom of the board depicts the stages of your wonder. Each stage's cost is located on the left side of the stage. When you build a stage, you get a bonus. There are 2 types of coins: 1-piece coins and 3-piece coins. Coins are used to buy resources from players sitting directly to your left and right. Conflict tokens represent your military victories and defeats. There are 4 types of conflict tokens. There are 7 types of cards in the game, which each represents a different kind of structure. Each card type is a different color. Basic goods are brown and produce resources for your city. Advanced goods are gray and also produce resources. Military cards are red and earn you shields to win conflict tokens. Commercial cards are yellow and have special symbols that allow you to do things such as earn coins, produce resources, change commerce rules, and earn victory points. Be sure to check the symbols book to find out what your specific card does. Civilian cards are blue and earn victory points. Science cards are green and have one of 3 symbols. At the end of the game, you can earn victory points based on how many of these symbols you have. Guilds are purple and only show up in Age 3. They have symbols that earn victory points at the end of the game, so be sure to check the symbols book to see what your card does. It's important to know how to pay for each of your cards. Each card's cost is located in the upper left corner of the card. There are 3 possible card costs: free, coins, and resources. If the upper left corner of the card is empty, the structure is free to build. Some brown cards have a coin cost. If you want to build one of these cards, just pay the card's cost to the bank when you build the structure. Some cards have a resource cost. To build them, you must produce the resources and/or buy them from one of your 2 neighboring cities. To buy a resource, just identify what resource or resources you want to buy from the players on your left and right, and give them 2 coins per resource. Some cards in Age 2 and Age 3 have a card name from the previous age next to their resource cost. If you've built the listed structure in the previous age, you can build your card for free. For example, if Alex built the library in Age 2, they could build the Senate for free in Age 3. Now you're ready to set up 7 Wonders. Before you play, give each player a playmat. Next, give each player a Wonder Board. There are 2 ways to choose a Wonder Board. You can either deal everyone a Wonder card or choose your own Wonder. Next, give everyone 3 coins and put the rest in a pile in the middle of the table to form the bank. Then dump the conflict tokens in the middle of the table. Now let's prepare the cards. Each age has its own deck of cards. To get started, grab the Age 1 deck. Every card has a number on the bottom that tells you how many players it's used with. To sort the cards, figure out how many people are playing and take out all of the cards higher than that number. Put any unused cards back in the box. Next, set the Age 1 deck aside and grab the Age 2 deck. Sort the Age 2 deck just like you did with the Age 1 deck. Once you've finished sorting the Age 2 cards, set the Age 2 deck aside and grab the Age 3 deck. Age 3 has special guild cards that don't have a number on the bottom. Take out all 10 of these cards. Once they've been removed from the deck, shuffle the guilds and draw however many you'll need based on the number of players. If you have 3 players, you'll need 5 guilds. If you have 4 players, you'll need 6 guilds. If you have 5 players, you'll need 7 guilds. If you have 6 players, you'll need 8 guilds. And if you have 7 players, you'll need 9 guilds. Don't look at these cards. Next, grab the Age 3 deck and sort the cards just like you did with the Age 1 and Age 2 decks. Once you've done that, grab your sorted guilds and shuffle them into your sorted deck. Now, set the Age 3 deck aside and grab the Age 1 deck and deal everyone 7 cards to begin the game. There shouldn't be any leftover cards. Now that you know how to set up, let's learn how to play. Each age has 6 turns, and each turn has 3 parts. 1. Choose a card. 2. Action. And 3. Pass your cards. To choose a card, first look at your hand. Then, secretly pick a card. Next, put it face down in front of you and wait for everyone else to do the same. At the same time as everyone else, flip over your card. To play your card, you have to pick an action. There are 3 actions to choose from. Just remember, you can only pick 1 action per turn. The most common action is to build your card's structure. All you have to do is pay the card's cost and place your card on your playmat. The next kind of action is to build a Wonder Stage. To do this, don't flip over your chosen card. Next, pay the stage's cost on the Wonder Board, but don't pay the cost on your card. After you've paid, slide your card halfway under the stage you're building. Once you've built your stage, you unlock its special ability. Be sure to check the symbols book to see what your wonder does. If you don't want to build a structure or a Wonder Stage, you can discard your card to take 3 coins from the bank. Once everyone has played their card, take the cards from the player on your left or right, depending on the age. During Age 1, pass your cards to the left. During Age 2, pass your cards to the right. And during Age 3, pass your cards back to the left. The 6th turn is slightly different than the others. Everyone should get a 2-card hand from the person sitting next to them. Pick your card like normal, but instead of passing the remaining card, discard it. This doesn't earn you any coins. Next, pick your action and play your card like normal. Finally, the age ends. Before you can move on to the next age, you have to resolve all military conflicts. First, add up all of the shields on your military cards. Then compare your shields with the player on your right. If you have more shields than the player on your right, take a victory token. +1 victory tokens are used at the end of Age 1, +3 victory tokens are used at the end of Age 2, and +5 victory tokens are used at the end of Age 3. If you have fewer shields than the person on your right, take a defeat token. If you have the same number of shields as the player on your right, don't take a token at all. Once you've resolved the military conflicts with the players on your left and right, you can move on to the next age. After you've resolved all military conflicts at the end of Age 3, it's time to count your victory points. The player with the most points wins. Let's start with your conflict tokens. Add up all of your victory and defeat tokens. This total can be negative. Here, Alex has 2 -1 tokens, 2 +1 tokens, 1 +3 token, and 1 +5 token, so they get 8 victory points. Next, count all of your remaining coins. You get 1 victory point for every 3 coins. Leftover coins don't earn you any extra points. Here, Alex has 11 coins, so they get 3 points. Don't discard your coins after counting because they can be used to break a tie. Now let's move on to your wonder. Add up the victory points from your constructed wonder stages. Here, Alex has built the first 2 stages of Alexandria, so they get 3 points. Next, let's add up the victory points on your civilian cards. Each card has a different number of points, so be sure to check the top of your cards to figure out how many points you have. Some Age 3 commercial cards earn victory points. The number of points depends on the card, so be sure to check the symbols book to see how many points you get. There are 2 ways to earn points from science cards: from sets of identical symbols and from sets of 3 different symbols. Let's start with sets of identical symbols. First, count the number of cards with the same symbol for each of the 3 symbol types. The number of identical symbols you have determines how many victory points you get. If you have 1 symbol, you get 1 point. If you have 2 symbols, you get 4 points. If you have 3 symbols, you get 9 points. And if you have 4 symbols, you get 16 points. Now let's move on to sets of different symbols. Count the number of complete sets of all 3 scientific symbols. For each complete set, you get 7 victory points. To figure out your score, add the totals of both of these methods together. Finally, let's take a look at your guilds. Guilds earn points based on the cards in your city and your neighboring cities. Each card has a different symbol that lets you know what it does, so be sure to check the symbols book for a detailed description. Now let's add up all of your points. Whoever has the most points wins the game. Now you're ready to play 7 Wonders. Best of luck!